short speech by heart, but I guess you will allow me to read it out since we are not in Parliament. So I guess I can have that privilege. Allow me to share my personal delight and happiness to be here with you on the occasion of this exhibition by M. Hayat and Brothers. My presence here today is not only to inaugurate the exhibition, but also to pay homage to a company whose business and its owners are synonymous with quality and the name of Peshawar and our province, the North-West Frontier, now KPK. I also have the privilege of paying my personal respect by celebrating the launch of this exhibition today. Ms. Nilofer Aziz and her husband Khalid are not only just our close family friends, but I and Khalid have had the privilege of growing up together. Later in life, we completed our graduation together from Edwards College, Peshawar, and then both of us did our masters in political science from Peshawar University, and subsequently both of us went up to Oxford together. There are so many stories of our togetherness that I fear of becoming burdensome. I would rather hasten to highlight some of the golden moments of M. Hayat and Brothers for those of us who are not aware of it. There must be very few of them. But those that are, I must explain in the background. The pedigree of the company was laid in Gujarat in 1870, where Khalid's great-great-grandfather settled after migrating from the Mohammed Lalpura area near Jalalabad in Afghanistan. I must say, a wise man. The firm grew and had branches throughout undivided India. In New Delhi, its offices were located at number 1 Connaught Place, a prestigious address. Besides, the company had branches in Nagpur, Lahore, and Karachi. The firm had the distinction of providing furniture for the coronation of King George III in Delhi in 1911. The Peshawar branch was established on Islamia Road in Peshawar in 1936. In 1961, Khalid's father was requested to spearhead the development of the newly founded industrial estate near Jamro's tribal territory, where businesses were afraid to invest. Not only Hayat Brothers led in the development of what has now become KPK's largest and most prosperous collection of industrial assets, but has generated employment and created other value chains in furniture. Today, former workers of Hayat Brothers opened up their own factories and thus added to wealth and livelihoods in Peshawar. Before concluding my remarks, let me refer to an interesting historical fact. In 1961, President Ayub Khan hosted Mrs. Jacqueline Kennedy in Pakistan. It was at the conclusion of her visit that President Ayub Khan made a gift of a rocking chair for President Kennedy. Emerged recently after President Kennedy's tragic death in 1963, Mrs. Kennedy gifted the rocking chair to, I think, Butler. Mr. Kennedy, the late President's butler, George Thomas, who had served her husband so well and helped John Kennedy, who was a very smartly dressed and elegant, to lose him at that young age. After the death of George Thomas, his heirs placed the chair for auction. It was purchased by an anonymous buyer for $89,600. I wish I bought it at the original price. There's a chartered accountant sitting across, he's working the numbers. I would like to conclude by thanking Mrs. Neelufar Aziz, the Managing Director of M. Hayat and Brothers, and her husband, my very dear friend Khalid, for inviting me to this exhibition, and I wish them good luck. I would advise those who are visiting the exhibition to benefit from the sale prices and recommend the purchase of exquisite pieces of Hayat furniture, for there is no better producer of classical furniture design than the Hayat brand that has been gracing the White House in the United States, our governor houses, our messes, hotels and secretariats and clubs, including the Islamabad Club here in Islamabad. And of course, our home, where we have a few beautiful pieces which we bought. I don't want to tell you how long it was, because I don't want to disclose Khalid and my age, because we both think we are still young, which we are actually not. But anyway, they are still there, they grace our house, and we cherish them, and every time we look at them, we think of Khan and Bibi. May God bless their souls. Thank you very much, Khalid. Thank you very much, Neelufar, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Anwar Saifullah, for your kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, guests, tea is served outside in the lawn. If you could join us in having a cup of tea here. Thank you very much for spending your time this evening.